So is it visible, sir?
Yes, it is visible to all. Sampath Kumar Sai Krishna. Just read out the questions. Output of hello world, again exclamation sign and 1. Next is output of hello world and 0:5. Next, the output of print minus 14% is 9. Output of hello dot upper dot is upper. Again, output of the remember me, the 5th of November. And again, what will be the, if you are splitting, in which way it will be splitted. And again, output of hyphen dot join, there can be only one dot split like that. So what will be output? All the questions are of 2 marks. And the time limitation is today only up to 10 a.m. So at the 9:30, I will be coming back, concluding the second unit, some of the left things, some of the extra things, some of the gift programs, only in 9-10 slides, because that they have touched in the syllabus. You can close the screen now, Preeti. I will have to start share the screen now.
Yes, sir.
So what is given in your, I think in your second assignment I have given, and the string part I have not touched. So in that classroom only you will be getting time for doing the quiz 1 of ADP in 20 minutes. So you will not have the extra burden of when to solve the questions. So you will be getting the 10 minutes. Certainly, I have not made the restriction that who has joined the class and who is depositing before, who is submitting before 10 a.m. So I have not made the response, may be accepted later also, but it will be marked late, and 1-2 marks may be the deduction for that. So certainly who have not joined the class, so they will be having that 1-2 marks anyway. And the questions are very easy, you have already seen. So just allow me to start the presentation of today. And Ganesh Shastri.
Yes, sir.
Ganesh Shastri, Hila Sasi.
Yes, sir.
Aditya M.
Yes, sir.
And Marin Jacob. You will be keeping your mic on and responding me. So just I am starting the sharing the screen. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So today we have taken this one, not to ask and wait here the review question. Directly I am taking from the textbook, because your VTU conducting the exam, they may give the objective type question. They are conducting the exam online or offline, or for your IAT, 1. And second, we are also conducting some quizzes. For that you are practicing that what are the escape characters, what do the \n and \p escape characters represent, how can you put a / character in a string. You know, all these answers are given and known that the / can be preceded with the \. So the string value, Howl's moving castle, is a valid string. Yes, sir, valid string, because the single quote is given within the string, but whole string is surrounded within double quotes. Why it is not a problem that the single quote character in the word house is not escaped? Because the string is surrounded within the double quotes, and vice versa is also permitted. It would be giving problem if you are writing some apostrophe within the string, and again the string is enclosed within single quote. At that time, if you are forcibly doing to make it that particular meta character as the escape sequence character, to make the meta character literal, so at that time you can put it the / single quote. So if you want to put a \n in your string, how can you write? Yes, \/ n. I think from C programming you know it. And some of the questions, what the following expression evaluate, do the hello world is given, and 1 so that it not confused, it is L or 1 it is, and 0 to 5 and colon 5 and 3 colon. So all the output, you know that it may be the part of your IAT, because IAT also may be conducted online multiple choice only, or hardly one sentence answer and having the 2 marks. So today also the 2-3 questions from here, it is taken in the quiz. And what will be the hello dot upper and hello dot upper is upper and lower. What we have done, remember the 5th of November and dot split. I am not telling, I should say here the 5th of September, the Teachers' Day. Anyway, in the book it is given, remember the 5th of November. And again hyphen dot join. And this is the bullet point. So it is not the part of the question. From question it starts from here. So what string methods can you use to right justify, left justify, and center a string? How can you trim white spaces characters, that you know that the L strip, strip, and R strip? So this question just I am sharing. This question, 2-3 questions may be in the quiz, 2-3 questions may be in the, and for what reason I have given this one? Because in your assignment, I have not given any question from the string in the assignment 2. Again, another practice program is there in the book only. So that this is the list of sublist table data, and you are to printing all those strings in the right aligned way. All the strings of the list of the sublists. So all the sublists should be in the separate line 1, and all the strings within that should be right aligned. The answer is very small, but the hint is big, the question is big. And you can print it. So that you will have to printable function, so that it will print all the strings of the sublist of a list in the right aligned manner. That also I am sharing that for your part of the IAT, whether it is from 1st October, it is opening. Or what is your, someone can there that what is the deadline of your IAT 1? Hila Sasi? In September month, Preeti? Nobody is responding. Isha? Nitin N? Please respond. Okay. So now the contents I have taken, that one term, I think you have used it or not, that shebang, S-H-E-B-A-N-G. The bang character is exclamation sign. So what is the shebang line? The shebang line is especially used in the script, whether it is the Unix shell script or Python shell script. When you are running a program, and program will take the arguments from the command line. Command line arguments are not new for you. So in Python also, if you have the command line argument, why command line argument first? Suppose you are adding some numbers. So I don't know how many numbers are to be added, and you are writing the program, and it is the sloppy execution that when your program executes enter number 1, you are entering number 1, enter number 2, you are entering number 2. And it is accumulating the number in the sum, and finally you are finding the sum, average, maximum, or minimum. Anyway, so we want to add some different numbers, and I don't know how many numbers. For that reason, why not from the command line we will giving that particular argument, and the command line arguments are accepted as a string. Only the difference is that here, that command line argument, you will have to import here the sys, import sys, and the sys having the built-in methods that is taking care of the argv. And argv 0 will be the command name itself, program name itself, and the actual arguments starts from 1. So you know this one. Should I move further? You have understood. I am giving one example. And again, some password locker bullet point order program is directly given in the textbook. You can execute. I have shared. Then I will be executing some programs. For what reason they have given this shebang line and command line arguments. And then the module 3 we will not start today. So I am just deleting this one. In place of that, just we will conducting the quiz. Anyone please respond. Please respond, anyone. Hello,
Yes, sir.
who is responding?
Jayant Kumar.
Jayant. Okay, good. Welcome, Jayant. You are always responding. Any other I have told in the beginning?
Thank you, sir.
See,
Yes, sir.
of this session, I am telling you to respond. Yes, sir. Okay, I have understood. Go to the next slide. If you have not understood, so now the first line of your Python program should be a shebang line. In general, when you are seeing any script, shell script, whether it is the Unix shell script or Python shell script, sometimes you feel that it is not a comment. It is not looking like comment. Some lines in the beginning start with hash exclamation, hash exclamation. For what? You are giving the path of the Python program. Here your python.exe or python3.exe or py.exe if you have created any bash file. So it is seeing the path so that from anywhere you can run this program. So the first line, the shebang, is followed by the rest depends on your operating system path. So in general, in Windows, we are writing here the hash exclamation Python or directly the path of the Python. So begins with and followed by path of the Python program. Followed by path of python.exe or python3.exe, like that. So if you are doing in Windows, so that if your program is receiving from command prompt, so how to execute it? So in, when you are doing the Python under the Unix or Linux platform, there you are using the to run a Python program from the prompt Python and then the Python program file name, yes, with followed by that .py, Python prog1.py, Python prog2.py, like that. In Windows also, if you are going to that Python folder and directly Python and your program name followed by that. And if you are passing the arguments from the command prompt, the argument is followed by, so that your Python program itself will be argv0 and the rest of the arguments will be argv1, argv2, argv4 and so on. But all the arguments received from the command prompt are received as string. All the arguments are received from command prompt are received as a string. So if you are entering the number and delimiter is a space only. And if you are entering the argument as number also, that is accepted as a string. And if you are computing those numbers to find some or other process, then you will have to convert it. If you are receiving some floating point variable but separated by a space, so you will have to convert it. And to convert it, you have the built-in methods int, float, like that. By default, they are a string. I will move to the next slide.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So here, I have just taken one program they are sharing in the textbook. So suppose you want to give in the password of email and something is stored, and just what they have given the program import sys, and sys, if it is having the less than 2 argument, means only 1 argument, then it will display the Python py account, copy the account password and sys.exit. You are exiting from that. The first command line argument is the account name, means what the program name is there. So just I am sharing that program, what they have given in the book, the password locker. And again, some other concept they have given, that you have copied bullet point adder.py. So that you have copied, and in the clipboard contents, when you are pasting it, how those contents will be preceded with a bullet point. For that, they are py per clip. So clipboard contents are copied, and when you are pasting it, at that time, all the lines are separated with the new line character, and you are all all the \9 dot join lines. So new line character and preceded with the bullet point adder. In that bullet point, what you have given the asterisk symbol. That also program is just sharing, already given in the textbook. So what you have copied the contents of the clipboard, that contents when you are pasting, that contents will be separated and each line will be preceded with a bullet point. That bullet point may be a dot or asterisk, it is your choice. That also is sharing the program, because since the university is asking write that bullet point adder.py, how your copied contents of the clipboard can be pasted in separate line and all the lines should precede a bullet point for that reason. So main 2, 3, 4, 5 lines are comments only. When this program is run, it replaces the text on the clipboard. The text has a stars at the start of each line. Moving to the next slide, I will have to come to the shebang command line arguments.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So see one example I have taken from the command line arguments. So shebang line starts with hash exclamation to be recognized by the Python to run a Python program. So here you have given that my Python program is here. So no need to give here the python.exe also. Here up to this folder it is okay. There is no need to give this Python also. Under the Python 3.7 means that version name is there. And if you can stop here also, or you are giving that one in Python folder, no problem. So in one program, I am just deleting it. And truly speaking, if you are not giving this also, then also in Python 3.7 and 3.8, all those command line arguments are accepted. It is just discipline that you are giving here where your Python program exists and how to give that. And it is not like a comment. Comment is here. It is not like a comment. It is shebang. It tells the compiler where my Python 3.exe or python.exe exists and what is the path of that. So a shebang character, the line, the path is preceded with the hash exclamation. So remember for this quiz also that what are the shebang characters? Hash followed by exclamation, because only hash is the comment. Shebang line starts with hash exclamation to be recognized to run a Python program. So okay, import sys and number of arguments, how many you have given, that it will display total arguments it can print, only giving the argv. And if you want to print separately 0 and 1, only 2 arguments, I want to check what is the first. So here is the execution. Directly from the operating system prompt, I'm writing Python test1.py arg1, arg2, arg3. So this is the argv0, this is the argv1, and this is the argv2, and it is the argv3. If you want to check what is my argv1, I have given here, that is test1.py, the program file name itself. The argv0 is what is the first argument in interview also, sir, other than Java, here in which the programming language, the argv0 is the program file name itself. An actual argument starts from argv1, argv2, argv3. It is okay. And you want to print the all arguments, just to give here sys.argv. And if you want to convert them in integer, if they are numbers, for that we will be enjoying rest of the 2-3 slides. For that, I have developed some programs for you, for your IIT and others, and directly taking the snapshot. So I want to create a program to create a multiplication table, to develop a program to create a multiplication table. So generally the program file name is mtable.py, and I want to create the table of 12. So Python you are writing mtable1.py, like in C program we are writing that ./a.out, like that here Python, and this is the program file name, and this is the argument. So this is the argv1 that is passed to the program as argv1, it is converted to integer value, and then I have written this table of this, and it is displaying a table of 12, and in which way? 12 ones are 12, 12 twos are 24, 12 threes are. For that, I have formatted taking the 5 space for the number and the 3 space minimum for that value of x. And this upper X I have given intentionally, so it should look like of the multiplication symbol of the user who is using your program. So I'm not giving an asterisk intentionally, deliberately I have given this symbol X, so it should look like that. 12 ones are 12, 12 twos are 24, 12 threes are. And here also I have right aligned that taking the 7 space to be displayed big numbers. Again, the same program is same, but I am changing the argument this time. The holy number of the Muslim community 786. So m table1 dot pi 786, and it is creating the table of 786. I should pause here for 5 seconds. Any question is there? That argument is converted. What you are giving the argument from the command prompt? This is the argv0, it is the argv1. You are converting them to the integer, and the rest of the things you know, that running a loop from 1 to 10 and displaying that number x, this value of a small x, and then result num x and num multiplied by x. And then by default, the print function is changing the line. It is okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Next, I am taking another, that one Mehul has asked that in your assignment one you have given that to display the contents of file in uppercase. I have just developed one dikhao.py, so that from command prompt I will write only the dikhao file name, and what is the file name you are writing, and the contents of that file will be displayed. So dikhao.py and the file name may be the program file name also, because it is also containing the ASCII text, or any file if you want to see the content, mtable1.py. So it is displaying the contents of that particular, because in the file I have written this one, and in the file it is, if you have written this one in the shebang line, if Python is not there, Python will not be displayed. So what are the contents of the file that is being displayed here? In which way? Mehul. So file equal to open file name. You can ask here that we are opening the file in memory. What is the default mode of operation? The answer is by default it will be opened in the read mode only. If you want to give the read mode here, the comma you can give here, the R for read mode, you know that. Okay. By default the file will be opened in the read mode, and just because file equal to open file, so all the contents of file are already copied in the file. Your question should be all the contents of file, in which way it has been copied. We can say that it has been copied to the file in the list of separate lines. The separate lines are copied in the file as a list. Here I am taking one variable line in file. So, and without, so I automatically the line is changed in the file. So I don't want to give one extra line here, because the contents of file, one line after the next line. So automatically it will display the next line. If you are not giving here end equal to this single quote and open and close, so it will be giving one more space, one for the line of file and one for the print. For that I have ended here. So there is no separator. If it is going to the next line, automatically it is printing the next line. So line in file and just print the line. Anything big thing here, Mehul, or you have understood? To take
Understood,
in
sir.
memory, your question should be what? When the file contents are copied in a variable in the memory, in what data structure it is copied, whether it is copied in a tuple, whether it is copied in dictionary, or whether it is copied in a list. What is your answer? What sir has told? The contents of file will be copied to list. So each line will be a list, then all the lines will be the list of lists. Now you are displaying all those lines. Okay, and going to the next line. I don't want to debate. Just one variable you have taken, all the lines are copied in variable. Yes, with the separation of line also. And you are taking one variable line and you are taking that collection file, line in file, print line, that's all. Okay. And for command line argument, what is your file name, Mehul?
So any file you can take which is already there, .txt file.
Here, what is the file name?
Dikhao.py.
Dikhao.py. Okay.
Py.
At Python, dikhao.py, mtable1. I remember if I have done the file handling in your second year that you have developed that dikhao.c. So command line argument dikhao and the file name and the contents of file will be displayed. Going to the next slide. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anyone asked a question? Any file contents can be displayed. Now, to convert in uppercase, what you will do, Mehul? Line dot upper.
Upper line.
All the lines will be converted to the uppercase. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You can check and try. Okay. And what is the default mode of file opening mode?
Read, sir.
Read only. And if you want to give, then comma and the file opening mode R.
R.
Okay. Kumud is there. Kumud. Kumud is there.
Yes, sir.
Once
Yes, sir.
asked question, I remember that question.
Yes, sir.
What question you have asked? Right A, because you are not getting directly the answer on the internet. For that you have asked or you have got the answer.
So got the answer.
Write a list comprehension to display the Fibonacci series. Only extra thing I think you do that first two values 0 and 1 you should keep in list and the rest of the things you can append. But I have collected from somewhere directly it is giving the list comprehension to print the Fibonacci series. How much? 20. But it is not starting with 1, it is 0, it is starting with 1. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 5, 3, 5, 8, like that. I have just kept here the output and left it because by that logic you can do that. Additionally, what I have told, the easy way is to copy the first value to a list 0 and 1 and the rest of the value running a list comprehension you can append in that. Okay. I repeat.
Okay, sir.
Taken one list with the 0 and 1 and the rest of the value are appended to that particular list by the list comprehension. I will go to the next slide. I will go to the next slide.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
have developed this one again, command line argument. I want to write that list comprehension of the Python, prime numbers from given range. So two arguments I am giving here, primes.py, 2 to 1000. So 2 comes to a start, yes, converted to the integer sys.argv1 and 1000 comes as the argument 2, sys.argv2, that is also converted at end. And the range is here, start to finish. Start to finish. And it displays all the prime numbers from 2 to 1000. Now you can give here 20,000 to 20 lakhs. It will be printing all those prime numbers within the range. So it is the final example of the command line arguments. This is from my side. If I will be there, the question setter again this year, so I will be giving one question. And they are taking some selected question from the question setter. Not all the question, 5, 6 questions from one, 5, 6 questions from others. And finally, they are generating that question. Okay. It is also for the command line argument. So that all the time, you will not have to run the program, what will be the range. Just from the command prompt you are giving Python primes.py and range you are changing and that range will be accepted. So finally, the Python also can receive the arguments from command prompt. Those arguments are received from the sys package. You will have to import the sys module better to say it module. And here the built-in, the ARGV1 and ARGV sys.argv1, sys.argv2. So these are the built-in list in that ARGV, and those are taken as argument 0, 1, 2, or as you are getting that it is the string, then array of strings, and finally you are displaying, converting them number, and you know how to display the prime numbers within the range if all x percentage y not equal to 0, and again running the loop, inner loop, 2 to a square root of that number plus 1. If the number is divided by 0, that is not a, that number is divided by this y, that is not a prime number. If it is not divided, then only it will be displaying that one. Okay. So this is the reference and the credits, and the rest of the time use yours. You open your Google form, and it is 9:39. 20 minutes time is there. You are getting only the 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 question of the quiz in the classroom itself, and the time limit of deposit up to 10 o'clock just to start and coding the answers and submit it. If you want that, I will be keeping here attendance. You are online. So here 58 students joined. So 58 students joined. Just I will be conducting the attendance, and you can start your, this time you can use to answer the question of the quiz. Randomly, I will be asking some of the names, whether they are present in the classroom or not. I have your roll numbers, and your 4 semester marks are being uploaded, so that you will be getting the 4 semester marks from the university. University will add your this credit weightage of your previous exams percentage, then in which way they are going to compute the percentile. So now you will be responding through the chat box or here. So I am just, Yashaj is there. It is your roll call. Yashaj. Yashaj not there. Raghu Babu?
Yes, sir. Present, sir.
Good. Ganesh Shastri is there. Alphabet.
Present.
No, I am seeing that all the roll numbers which I am not seeing alphabetically, those only I will be calling. Avijit PG is there, Abhishek K is there, Aditya M is there, Raghu Babu, Ganesh Shastri, Gangavua Patil. Guddu Kumar is there. Yes, he is there also. No problem. Now 3H Hardik. Hardik, please. Hardik is not there. Harsh Dhiman is there. Harsh Doot. Not there. Hila Sasi is there. Hrishikesh is there. Indraja is there. Okay. Gangava Patil is there. Okay. Indraja, Isha, Ishita, Srivastava, Visita, Jayant, Vishnu, Shai Nikita. Okay. K Abhishek, it is there. K Abhishek, yes. Shai Nikita. Subbi Reddy is there. Subbi Reddy. Yes, he is there. Okay, now. Kaushiki is there. Khagendra is there. Kiran B. Sajjan is there. Kirti is there. Sai Krishna is there. Kubham Shreya Reddy is there. Kritika HM. Kritika. Kritika is not there. Now Kumud Sally is there. L. Monisha.
Present, sir.
Good. M. Aditya is there. Manish, Manisha, Manikandan, Manpreet Rathore, Manu Smriti, Meera Krishna, Mehul Sakaria? Not there. Merin Jacob, Aman Khan, Wasim, Monica KS, Ajan, Ajan is not there. Jigar Jitesh Bhai, Nagmohan Reddy, Nimitesh Sharma is there. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Nidhi Dhariwal is there. Nikita Ishwarna. Neeraj Sanjay is there. Neeraj.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Nitish Hegde, Onkar Patra, Nitin N also there. And
Yes, sir.
fine, I'm seeing that, no problem. If it is name is not there, then only I will ask your name. Omkar Patra, Niranjan Reddy, Padmaja, Pragya Pandey, Prakash K, Prapti, Prashant Kumar, Pratik Day, Pratik Bhaduka. Please respond, Pratik Bharuka. Now, Preeti Khetan is there, Priscilla is there, Avijit PG is there, Monica. Monica, please.
Yes, sir.
Good. Nagmohan is there, Ramya is there, Vani is there, Vidya is there. So only final call, the Yashas, Hardik, Harsdut, Kritika, Mehul Sakaria, Ajan and Pratik. These 7 students are not there. So now it is the time, just you can leave the meeting also directly. It is your choice because I will be making the recording off. If you want half the time, you can enter your attendance by writing your USN and just submit the quiz, class quiz.
Sir, you took my name.
Pratik Bharuka, you are there. Where are you? When I'm listening, not hearing.
No, sir. I was on my laptop. Now I came to my phone. I don't know. I'm not able
No
to
problem.
unmute myself.
No problem. You are awarded, attendance awarded. Enter your USN. And submit the quiz. If 2-3 minutes late also, 10 o'clock time is given, I'm extended to 10:10. Okay? So that you will be getting 10 minutes or 5 minutes. It is easy to do. With checking the answer also on Python, you can answer it, no problem. Also get full marks 20 in 20 of today's quiz. So I will stop the recording now.